up, guys? It's Tim from Coaster Life Media, and welcome back to Six Flags Adventureland, my ship in a bottle park that I have been working on with your assistance for the past few weeks now. First of all, I would like to let you guys know what I've been doing since the last episode. I've basically been working on this half of the park. Basically, everything that you see when coming up under this railroad or train overpass. So that's basically what I've been working on. I wanted to basically work on... I don't know why that's up. But I basically wanted to work on this area right here. Kind of fill it out. We now have some new rides over here. We have the observation tower, sky tower, and we have a Joker ride, which I am really proud of because I love the simplicity of just putting a ride, actually putting the Joker facade on a regular flat ride and theming it out with the colors and just making it seemed like it was a feature ride. I mean, if this ride came to another Six Flags park maybe in like 2014 or 13, this would be considered the highlight attraction because it's brand new, the theming is nice. Just keep it simple. I still have to do some detailing like putting outer fences around, but you can see we did a nice little queue area pushed back behind the foliage. And basically, I really love the simplicity of having an arch right here with the trees and all that. Putting this actual little placard right here is a part of the ride itself. So all I did was take this Joker and the sign and basically put it on there from Theme Maker's Toolkit. And that's basically all I did for this ride. It's nice, it's simple, it's hella Six Flags, and I dig it. Another thing that we've done over in this area is the cyborg spin, and there is a reason why the sign is right here, because originally the sign was in on the actual ride itself, and yes, it was purposely placed backwards. I was actually showing this to a friend of mine over on Discord, and he said, "You know, the ride is backwards." I was like, "Yeah, I did that on purpose because I want this sign kind of to be prominent." But then what I decided to do was cover the queue with this weird, well, not necessarily weird, it's kind of common to find this tarp queue cover and just put some speakers and stuff in there. And I really dig it. I like the cheapness of it. Again, if this ride had came out, if this was a new for 2015 or 2016 ride, this would also be considered, a highlight attraction for that year. And right next to the Cyborg Spin is Cyborgs, which is a brand new gift shop that I am still technically working on putting some things in here. But I love just having a nice open concept gift shop that I can basically have, and it actually functions within game. That's another thing. I actually put 2 in-game gift shops in here, so, and there's a path that goes all the way in, so guests will actually walk all the way in there and use this as a gift shop, which I dig. So yeah, that's what I did over here. There is an ATM over here also that is built into the building. There's also a nice international food building right here that has Mexican sushi, sausages, and chow mein. The combinations are endless here. So basically that is what I've been working on. Of course, I did do a little bit of detailing on the Riddler's Revenge ride also. I did a covered queue. I'm not sure if that was covered in the last update. I changed the priority pass line to, instead of connect to the main queue right here, it actually connects all the way over here now, because what I was noticing while I was doing test runs with guests in the game is that priority pass holders would get into here, and this whole area of the queue would still be packed, which doesn't really make sense. So basically now all you have to do is walk through the queue and then, you know, bypass all of the cattle pen, all of this part of the line, and the only thing that you really have to contend with is the ramp itself. And in reality, I've noticed that in rides like this where the flash pass queue meets up at the ramp, usually they'll keep the ramp clear. Like they'll let maybe 10 people go up and then they'll keep it clear, and then once those 10 people get onto the ride itself, then they will let the next 10 people come in after the priority pass people. So that's usually how it works, which is why I have it that way. It's basically the same it's the same concept for this one, as to where basically the line stops right here for Superman, and you come through the priority pass entrance right here, and once the ramp is clear, you let the priority pass people go up first, and then the next 10 people for that. That's in reality, that's how it would work, but unfortunately the game does not work like that. I still do have some things that I have to do, some minor details that are gonna get done over here as well. It's just some stuff, and as you can see, I have done some more fiddling with the layout of the ride. Every time I open the game, I see or I discover a new way of doing things, and it only benefits this ride. I kind of reshaped the first drop a little bit with some off banking and whatever, and so it really kind of changes the flow of the first drop. There are some other changes in it as well that I really like. And now we have instead of having that helix, I now have a double brake run. So you come in through the first brake run and stop right here in what is going to be the maintenance shed, which is hella small if you think about it, because this coaster does run 3 trains, but for space, I'm just going to do 1, and that's just how I'm going to do it. So you run through the shed, and then you go through a turn and into the final brake run and into the station. So that is the update of that layout. But other than that, I did want to show you guys where we were going to be working today. I want to fill in this little area that leads into the park, leads into the area where the rides begin of the park. Out of the entrance plaza, I want to put sort of like a museum type building right here. Not specifically for this park, as it would be a new park, but I did want to put a museum celebrating the history of Six Flags itself. It's something that I've been interested in since I first studied Six Flags history years and years ago, and I really love the history of how it all started at Six Flags over Texas, and then Six Flags over Georgia, and then, you know, Six Flags St. Louis, which used to be Six Flags Mid-America, and then the whole sell to Premier Parks, and then back to Six Flags itself. Even when they had parks overseas, it was a very interesting time, and I'm really interested in it. Of course, the overseas parks are now Wallaby Holland, and there's another one that I cannot think of. But yes, those are the overseas parks. So I'm definitely interested in putting something to commemorate that. It's not going to be fully detailed. It's just going to be a nice building. Sort of what I'm thinking is it's kind of going to be in the same-ish style as our Cyborgs gift shop, but not necessarily the same color scheme. I do want it to fit in with this building, so it's going to be something like that. And I did want to make this a nice corner building, so it is going to have the windows, because I did not want to put a facing building, which is what I foolishly call these types of buildings, because you have a face and that's it. But I wanted this to be a nice corner building, so it's going to have windows so that it is viewable from both sides. So I'm going to cut out and get started on that, and I will let you know how it goes in the next update. And so, as you can see, there is a building that has started to take shape. I actually have already started working on the interior of this building as well, but let's first go over the exterior. As previously stated, I did want to have a nice corner building, so I went with windows on the sides and a nice little preview window, I guess. If you are coming in or coming through from the other side of the park, let's say you made a full circle and you're coming in and you see this and you're like, I wonder what's in here. Even though you would have passed this building anyway, if you as soon as you come through the park, because everyone enters the same way. I basically made it like that. So there's going to be some small fonts, a small font sign up here, basically, that I'm still trying to figure out a name for it, but I went with the gray and blue because I can. And so yeah, I basically want to do some wall work on here, some roof work and flooring, and then some lighting, and let's go over the layout of the actual building. So of course there's going to be like a nice little small video that shows the history of the franchise and all of that. So that's going to be a nice little viewing area, and then we have a little shelf for displays, and then another shelf right here. And I would like to think that this not necessarily would not be an upcharge attraction, but there would be staff members here just to answer any questions or anything like that. And if they had if there was a question that they weren't able to answer, of course they would be able to look it up, I guess, on this computer that I got off of the Theme Makers Toolkit section of the workshop. So yeah, it's a simple layout. It's nothing too complicated. Of course, I did not want it to be complicated because it's just a building to fill out the corner of this area of the entrance plaza, because it's been open for far too long, and I wanted to close it off. And I also wanted something to close off the behind the back area of this, because I'm thinking about making this a nice little basically a backstage area that you would technically pass going up the hill of the train, but you know, it's Six Flags. We're not gonna try to hide everything. So yeah, it's a simple little building, and I'm gonna keep working at it. And welcome to the Six Flags Thrill Museum, which is the most Six Flagsian name I could think of, because hey, why not? So this is basically the finished building. I do not have videos and stuff for the screen yet, so I just used what I already have. I'm gonna have one that's a park map, not 4, but yeah. So basically the simple layout is you come in, you got pictures on the wall, there's going to be little things or whatever sitting on these ledges, and then you have the main video right here on this screen, and that's pretty much it, as much as it needs to be. This is not a main attraction. This is literally something you can come in and do in an air-conditioned room while there's a bird in here while you know, you take a break from rides and all of that. So that's literally all this is made to be, is something to do while you take a break, or maybe for the park enthusiasts, you might want to stop by and hang out for a little while. And that's it. It's nothing extravagant. I went with the blue walls just for a pop of color, and then a white wall right here because I like it. But other than that, yeah, it's simple, it's quick. I just wanted something to fill up this little space, and now I have something, and I am glad about it. And that's it. That's pretty much this episode. The main thing of this episode was to fill up this little space and show you the things that I have done over here, and to show off the last minute things that I've done over here. I also have a sign for Fireball now, which is meant to look like the actual Fireball. The alcohol, it is almost the exact font that you find on a bottle of Fireball, and I kind of like it. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing. I don't think that Six Flags would do that, but I would, so I did it, and I put some signs over here. I still have to make a sign for this ride, and I still have to put some safety signs up for the Joker, Cyborg Spin, and Sky Tower. But that's pretty much what I've done since our last interaction. I also would like to put a coaster over here to draw more people to this side of the park, because normally, it's a split of half go left, half go right. But in this park, because the majority of the things that are to do are over here, you have 3 coasters over here, and then on this side you just got flat rides, so they usually all go straight to the left. So that's something that I want to work on in a future episode. Also, give me some suggestions as to what type of coaster you would like to see. Maybe in this area, I was thinking about doing a Batman-ish ride. Of course, we're not doing recreations, just because you kind of get a little to the letter with stuff like that, and I would rather have fun with this series than to take it that serious and be like, no, the turn has to be just so, and this and that. So I'd rather it just be kind of like what we did with the Superman ride, where we took cues from the ride, but it's not a recreation. Other than that, this park is starting to take more shape after every episode, and I love it. Again, this is a park that I'm really proud of so far, and I hope that it grows into something pretty cool and something that will stand out on this channel for a long time. I am glad that I have this nice little building right here, and I'm also glad that it doesn't kind of overshadow or overdo the carousel, which is something that I was thinking about this whole time. I did not want it to be something too grand, because I did not want to overshadow the carousel, which is why this area has been so vacant, for so long, was because I wanted something simple to put right there. And after I did the Cyborg building, I was like, that would be a nice style building to do over here. And so that's what came of it. So I am glad that that is over. It is filled. And now I am going to do some research as to what type of rides and everything can go over here in this area. What I also, I'm thinking about doing a kind of like a food court. One main area to get all of your food, where it's going to be like a large seating area and stuff like that, because that's usually what you find in a lot of parks, where it's usually what I find is that you have a large seating area, you got several food options, and that's that. Way bigger than what we have right here. I want it to be something huge. Also, I need to remember, this is something that I kind of get carried away with, I need to remember to put bathrooms around. That's something that I'm struggling with. Please be patient with me. Remind me in the comments. Don't forget bathrooms, because that's definitely something that I have to do. I'm thinking about trying to fit one in right here, or right over there. Of course, in that area, we need one. We need one over here. We do have one right here, but that's it. We'll also need one somewhere in this general area. Also, I copied the candy shop building over to here, just to kind of fill in that little corner right there. And you know, to give give a food option to the other side of the overpass, because other than that, the closest food option is the pizza place, and then you have the Coke freestyle place right there. So yeah, I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to remember to put certain things, add more gift shops and things to do. Of course, you have the roller bowler game, which it was something that I retrofitted from Hydro. I basically changed the style of it to fit this park, and I love it. Same thing that I did with, was the skee ball, I believe it was. Yes, skee ball. And of course, I pushed back the path so that you would have a nice little seating area, and so that you weren't literally walking directly under it, because when the path was straight, you would literally be walking, half of the people would be walking under this building, and I did not like that because that's kind of a cramped area. So I pushed this back, gave you a nice little seating area, and made it easier to walk around and give people space, just like with the Superman Ride Plaza. I still have not filled in this gift shop area right here. I haven't figured out how I want to do it, and it's bugging me still. I don't know if I'm gonna do it just like Cyborg, put some actual buildings in here and then, you know, go from there, or if I'm just gonna do like what I did with the Emporium in the front of the park and just fill it up with fake stuff, and it'll be a fake thing. But for right now, I am going to rest in a job well done with our Six Flags Thrill Museum, and I am going to leave that thought for another episode. Once again, thank you so much for joining me here in Six Flags Adventureland, and also here on the channel Coastal Life Media. I am Tim from Coastal Life Media, and I will of course see you in the next episode. By the way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. All support is greatly appreciated, and once again, see you guys in the next episode.